the consumers in China have now been more exposed to the changes that it has brought in terms of transparency, choice, and convenience. And this trend will continue to grow over the next 10 years.
China is the fastest moving economy on the planet.
People here are not afraid of technology. Right? They're not afraid of adopting it, of trying it.
Like WeChat, it's a technology that does everything. It's kind of like a Swiss Army knife of convenience for everything you need, whether it be, payments, chatting, getting a taxi, getting food. Everything is just within this kind of little environment.
And I like this convenience of China. And that's the expectations Chinese consumers are having today. They want it here and now whenever they want it. Everything else is like, it should be. Of course, we expect it.
WeChat has integrated the whole value chain. It's very, very exciting, and it's not happening in the West.
There's a woman who's selling pancakes, just on the street, just a street vendor. And they have WeChat-enabled payment systems, right? There's nowhere you go in China where you cannot use this technology. You don't have that level of convenience in the States or anywhere in the world, and everyone's just catching up.
China will be a gig economy. People are no longer just having one job. They will have employers, so they choose what they want to do, right? And it's really a kind of work, live, play. These three things are integrated together.
Sharing economy, for example. There's bike sharings everywhere and you park it everywhere. You open with your phone, with your QR code, and you just ride away, and it's super cheap and convenient. Some people are trying to apply that for other things like umbrellas or other things that you can share in the moment of need.
Very little conversation around data, trust, privacy, and to be honest, those types of conversations really dominated some of our hacks in other markets.
Chinese consumers' attitude towards data privacy differs from the rest of the world. It could be because they already know Chinese government knows everything about them, but I actually also think it's because Chinese consumers are more practical and focused on the value that he or she is trying to consume.
Companies ought to be thinking about what really matters to these consumers in China. What is really good for them? It used to be in the past that it is made in China. Companies ought to be thinking about made for China. Design in China.